Think before you move, think before you move. You can win in this game of life, or you can lose. You can surf the earth and cruise, or you can end up on the news. Stay on your ones and twos. Think before you move, think before you move, think before you move. You win in the game of life, or you can lose. You can surf the earth and cruise, or you can end up on the news.
You touch a piece, you move a piece. It's always your next move, it's never mine. Chess is the only game that can't be won, it can only be played. How in the world are you going to play a game and you don't even know what the game is all about? Hi, I'm Eugene Brown, also known as the Chess Man. My life story was portrayed by the Academy Award winner Cuba Gooding Jr. in the movie Life of a King. I've been teaching chess for over 30 years. Now I've developed a tried and proven chess program for beginners that will take you through the basics of the opening game in 10 easy lessons. Go to my website, from pawns to kingsandqueens.com, and download your free chess coloring book and register for the program. I thank you in advance. First thing we identified is the name of the pieces. And we said that the king lives in the castle. King lives in the castle. Who rides around the castle all day? The horse. The knights ride on horses. Who's the closest to the king and queen? The bishops. The king is the one with the cross on his head, and the queen has the wreath. Now, when you set up this chessboard, always remember that if you have a light queen, it goes on the light color square. If you have a dark queen, it goes on the dark color square. And when you set up your board, always remember, because you may get a board without the alphabets and the numbers on the board. You may get a board without the alphabets and the numbers, and it's just laying on the table flat. So the first thing you want to learn is that the black square go into your left-hand corner. The dark square always go into your left-hand corner, okay? So the king lives in the castle. The knight rides around the castle all day. The bishops are the closest to the king and queen. And because of that, in ancient days, the bishop gave the king and queen spiritual advice before they went to war. That's why he kept them close. And the pawns work out front. So when we go through this chessboard and at the same time be able to identify the pieces, we start out with the king's rook. We said we're going to call these rooks from now on. R-O-O-K. This is the king's rook. This is the king's knight. This is the king's bishop. This is the queen's rook, the queen's knight, the queen's bishop. Each piece has a pawn in front of them, and the pieces are on the back row. Pieces and pawns are two different terminologies. When you refer to a piece, you refer to the back row pieces. The pieces, we're going to explain the pawn value and the pieces and how they participate on each square. So we would say, just for clarification, to make sure that you know and it's crystal clear in your mind that how the board is set up, and this is something that you never want to forget. The king lives in the castle. The knight rides around the castle all day. The bishop is the closest to the king and queen, and the pawns work out front. Now, each piece has a pawn in front of them. Each piece has a pawn in front of it. Now, this would be the king's rook pawn, king's knight pawn, king's bishop pawn, king's pawn, queen's pawn, queen's bishop pawn, queen knight pawn, queen's rook pawn. So that way you know how to really identify each piece.